Hello, everybody. Today we didn't get any TTM autographs, unfortunately, but those will be coming in soon. But I do have a PSA DNA reveal, and I thought I'd share a couple cheap vintage I picked up with you also. Unfortunately, our PSA DNA is not the Rich Dodson. I haven't got that in yet. Um, I just keep looking at this card and I'm nervous about sending it in because I don't want to lose it. What if something happens to it in the mail or it can't really be replaced? There's no way they can duplicate a Rich Dotson to look this horrible. So I'm still thinking about whether I want to get that. Hoping for that one. It's probably a zero. But anyway, what I actually got in was this was actually sent in February through a group on sportscollectors.net that does group submissions. And it's, for whatever reason, I guess he said the February submission is taking extra long time. And I didn't even expect to get I sent two things in. I sent, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my little chart here. This is actually an April submission. So there's two things out still from April, and I still haven't seen my February's. So they're backed up at PSA DNA. Anyway, here's what we got in. So this came back as authentic. It's a Steven Strasburg custom. I made this card, and it was one of the first things that I sent out to a player to get autographed. And I thought it was really, really awesome at the time. And I've since gotten a little better at my editing skills, and I've taken some graphic design courses since then, and now I don't like it as much. I'm still happy to have it, and I'm still going to display it proudly. But this was sent to the Arizona Fall League in the fall of 2009, I believe. Whatever fall right before he made his debut, his major league debut. So I believe his debut was in 2010. And this was sent to the Fall League the previous year. And not a ton of returns from that time, if I recall correctly, on sportscollectors.net. So I was really happy to get this back. And at the time, you all remember, if you're over 20, you probably remember his debut and how hyped he was. And he was the next great thing. And he had that awesome debut against the Pirates where he struck out, 14 guys? And, Strasburg's, he's had a good career. If he's pitched 10 years now, if you go and look at his numbers, he's had a good career. But he still has a lot of work to do if he wants to be a Hall of Famer. And he probably needs to pitch another 10 years and get his counting stats up some more and kind of do the really good over a large period of time sort of thing, like some of these guys like Blyleven and Jack Morris did. So he's not going to have the blow away, 10-year chunk like Kershaw. He could retire and go in today, but not true for Strasburg. He needs to put in some more time. But anyway, I'm just rambling about baseball. So the one thing that they do on the red flips, I'm not sure about blue. If it's not like a licensed, you see the back of this is just blank photo paper. If it's not licensed, they just put photograph, or I think they might even put cut here or something like that. But there you see the authentic auto, and that's really what I cared about. And it's in like a ballpoint or a super ultra fine blue Sharpie kind of thing. But yeah, really happy to get that back. I don't have these cool stands like you guys, but I got stacks of baseball cards. I don't need stands. Maybe, yeah, it almost fell over. So the other day I found myself with $4 or $5 PayPal, and I thought I really need to start getting some more cards for my 64 set. Because currently most of my 64 set is cards that I've gotten signed, and they're just, if you looked at my binder, it's just a bunch of signed cards. And so what I've decided for players that I can't get signed or don't sign is that I'm going to fill in the rest of the set non-signed. So by the time I'm done in 10 or 15 or 20 years, I'll have a complete 64 set. It'll be, about half signed, about half unsigned. So right now I have 42% of the entire set autographed, and I have 49% of the entire set. So that tells you, most of what I have is autographed. Because for a long time, I wouldn't pick up a card if I couldn't get it signed. The whole point was to get things signed. So now what I'm doing is I'm going in and getting low grade stuff. And I got most of these for either $1 or $1.10 delivered. So Bob Bailey, Bob Tillman, these are all fairly low numbered cards. Hank Bauer, and Charlie Dees is the only player here that's still alive. And he charges 20 per. That's just a bit steep for me for a common player. If I was a multimillionaire or something, by all means, I would write a check right now. But I have too much other stuff I have to get. And there's no way I'm ever going to get a 64 set completely signed. So that's just going to have to do for now. But I'll add this to my set. And I think my 64 set, what I have signed is going to be my next collector's showcase special. So let me know what you think about that, what you think of my pickups. Hopefully we get some TTMs rolling again on Monday and get our summer numbers up. But really happy to get the Strasburg back. And I really hope to see my other Aprils back soon. I have a Cano in person still out. An 86 Topps Gwyn. That's going to be awesome. And then I still have two things from February, which 2015 Bowman Draft Aaron Judge and 02 Topps Heritage Tommy. And those are all going to be awesome when they come back. But for now, this will go in the showcase, and that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm really happy with it. It's something I made. It's one of a kind for sure. So always happy to get stuff slabbed, and that's the kind of thing that maybe I will would pass on to a kid or a grandkid, even though they don't really have any interest in this stuff right now. But because this is like kind of my actual artwork. Anyway, I've been blabbering on and on. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed the pickups, and keep collecting.